Hello my dear students. Today we will learn active and passive voice. We will cover this topic in two videos. In today's video we will learn some basic rules to change active voice into passive voice. What is voice? Voice is that form of a verb which shows whether what is denoted by the subject does something or has something done to it. Now let us see what is an active voice. A verb is in the active voice when its form shows that the person or thing denoted by the subject does something. It means the voice of the verb is active when the subject is doing the action. For example, Ram helped Ronit. Passive voice. A verb is in passive voice when its form shows that something is done to the person or thing denoted by the subject. It means that the verb is passive when the subject is the receiver of the action. For example, Ronit was helped by Ram. Rules for changing active voice to passive voice. First of all, you need to identify the complete subject, verb and complete object. It means sometimes it is possible that the subject is not just a word but a group of words. So you need to identify. For example, the people who visit the museum immediately notice the vibrant colors in the painting. Now here, the people who visit the museum is the subject, notice is the verb, and the vibrant colors in the painting is the complete object. Next is that the subject of the active voice is transferred to the place of the object in the passive voice and vice versa. For example, I love my mother. Here I is the subject, love is verb and my mother is an object. When we will change it into passive voice, it will become my mother is loved by me. Here, my mother is the new subject, is loved is verb, by is the agent by, and me becomes the new object. Next rule is that only the past participle form, that is, the third form of the verb, is used in the passive voice, and the agent by is generally used before the new object. Check to see if the object of the active voice is a singular word or a plural word. If it is a plural word, then the verb will be in agreement with its subject in the passive voice. For example, Sonal is writing letters. Here letters are plural. So we will change it like letters are being written by Sonal. Next example is Sonal is writing a letter. A letter is singular. So we will change it like a letter is being written by Sonal. Now there are some rules for changing the pronouns. I changes into me, you remains you. He changes into him, she changes into her. It remains it, we changes into us, and they changes into them. When a transitive verb has two objects in the active voice, the direct or the indirect object may become the subject in the passive voice. But what is a transitive verb? Transitive means passing over. So transitive verb is a verb that denotes an action which passes over from the subject to an object. Direct object is usually the name of something and gives the answer of what or whom. Indirect object, which denotes the person to whom something is given or for whom something is done. For example, his father bought him a bike. Here, his father is the subject, bought is verb, him is indirect object, and a bike is a direct object. Another example is, the king gave the commander a reward. Here the king is the subject, gave is verb, the commander an indirect object, and a reward is a direct object. So we can change it in two ways. First is, the commander was given a reward by the king, or a reward was given to the commander by the king. Students, now let us observe how in present tense the active voice changes into passive voice. We will take first the simple present tense. The rule to change the active voice of simple present tense into passive voice is ismr plus third form of the verb. For example, children like sweets. So the passive will be sweets are liked by children. Next is present continuous tense. The rule to change into passive is ismr plus being plus third form of the verb. Example, Sheila is singing a song. The passive will be a song is being sung by Sheila. Next is present perfect tense. The rule to change into passive voice is has or have plus been plus the third form of the verb. Example, he has helped me. The passive form will be I have been helped by him. Present perfect continuous tense does not change into passive voice. In simple past tense, the rule to change into passive voice is was or were plus third form of the verb. Example, the police caught the thief. The passive will be the thief was caught by the police. Next is past continuous tense. Here the rule is was, were plus being plus third form of the verb. Now the example is Rohan was washing clothes. The passive will be clothes were being washed by Rohan. Past perfect tense. The rule to change into passive is had plus been plus third form of the verb. For example, they had won the match. The passive will be the match had been won by them. Past perfect continuous tense doesn't have any passive form. Students, you will do page number 36, 49 and 50 in your total English book. We will discuss these exercises in our next interactive session. Dear students, I will discuss the rule to change the active voice of future tense into passive voice and few more examples in my next video. Till then, stay safe, keep practicing, and thank you.